Hello YouTube. I am back after about a year of neglecting this channel and neglecting my garden. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update of what I got going on here in the garden. It is currently February 29th on this leap year here in Chalmette, Louisiana. It's a beautiful day. It's about 65 degrees, sunny out. So I figured, well, it's about time to get it back out into the garden and make a video. So just a quick update here of what I've got going on. I want to start with this, my second bed over here, which is empty right now, but for the last year or 2 years, I basically completely neglected this bed on the left here, and it got completely overrun with weeds and grass and whatnot. So me and a buddy of mine a couple days ago pulled everything out by hand. Used various tools just to pull all the weeds out and everything. Basically tilled it by hand, which I don't really like doing, but it had been so overgrown, basically had to do it. So you know, tilling is a means to an end, but basically you should try to avoid it. You know, it just tilling the soil and disrupting it, you know, disrupts the microorganisms that are in the soil and the worms and whatnot. So if you can avoid it, avoid it. But you know, if your bed gets overrun, then sometimes that's what you got to do. Basically, I'm hitting the reset button on this one. My next video is going to be showing you guys what I do as far as adding soil and basically starting over. I'm gonna get topsoil, some compost, and peat humus, and I make my own kind of special mix to get everything going here and start growing. As you guys can see, it's a little rough right now, but like I said, next video we're going to get it back up to speed. Over here I've got tomatoes and green onions, a couple different varieties of tomatoes. I really haven't touched this at all since last fall. I haven't been watering it. I've literally done hardly anything to it until about a week ago, where I started picking some of the weeds out and cleaning up the soil a bit. But all this stuff has survived the winter. We had a very mild winter here this year in southeast Louisiana. I think we literally only had about 4 or 5 days of cold weather. These guys right here that you're looking at are cherry tomatoes, and this bush is, or these 2 bushes have survived the winter. They're still producing fruit. You can see some nice tomatoes there that are ready to be picked. Some little cherry tomatoes, one of my favorites to eat. You know, I just pop them right off the vine, wipe them off, and basically pop them in my mouth. Real tasty. Real easy to grow here. I've never had any problems growing cherry tomatoes. I'll jump over to these other tomatoes over here, which I have had some problems with. And for whatever reason, any other bigger tomatoes that I try to grow, I have just not been successful. And if anybody has any tips on what I might be able to do, I'd love to hear from you down in the comments. But these are, I got 2 Cherokee purple plants here, this one here and the one behind it, and then these 2 behind them are big boy tomato varieties. So they're doing okay. I mean, they're definitely not doing great, but I'm gonna get back on them. I'm gonna maybe try to find some organic fertilizer that I can maybe put into the soil to help these guys out. I know it's not the time of the year, you know, it's February. It's not really the time of the year that they'd be producing. It's early, but like I said, they survived the winter, so hopefully, you know, within the next couple of months, they'll start really getting up to speed and producing and giving me some nice, delicious tomatoes to eat. Down here, I've got some green onion. I planted these probably about 2 months ago, and this is about the only thing I've done in the last 2 to 4 months was plant these guys. I just started them from starts that I bought at Lowe's, you know, for a couple of bucks. I've got this group and another group behind these tomatoes, but very tasty. I love putting them into ramen, cutting them up one of my favorite dishes is just taking cheap ramen and adding all sorts of good veggies to it, and you really get a good healthy meal with those. I've got some basil that's in here. That's I need to stake these tomatoes up because they're just obviously they're going wild right now. But the basil is getting overrun by the tomatoes, so in a few minutes here after this video I'm gonna work on that. And then behind it I've got some more green onions down in there, which are also getting overrun by the tomatoes, and then my pomegranate plant. So that's about it for right now. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update, let you guys see what's going on. Again, it's February 29th 2020, and I'll have another video posted probably within the next week or two when I start working on this bed, get all the topsoil and soil put in there, a lot of good compost, and then I'm going to plant some seeds. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do, but I'm looking forward to it, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Thanks for checking this out. If you haven't already, please subscribe, give this video a like, and I'd love to hear any comments if you guys are growing in this same area in Louisiana, southeast Louisiana, Chalmette, St. Bernard Parish. I'd love to hear from you, hear what you guys are doing, what's working, what's not, and any feedback is definitely appreciated. Thanks guys, thanks for watching. Bye.